see you. Thank you. Nice to see you, Mr. Chairman and committee members. I appreciate the time to share this. Lindsay did an awesome job of describing the two challenges. I'm the city council member in Wichita, and a year ago engaged in this to see if we should, if we in the South Central Kansas region and in the state, should we be in this game or not? And a year later, if we had found out first week that we should not be in the game, it would have been a lot less work over the last year. I kind of just baby steps, large steps were made, and a lot of interest with surprising interest with the business community and support. And I'll get into a couple of things there. And respectful to you, got some important information I think Mr. Lane wants to share, and a few others. So I'll try to keep mine very brief. Our presentation here starts with the color picture of that. Lindsay describes, so I'm here to talk specifically to the extension of Oklahoma City, of the Heartland Flyer. I'm very respectful to everything we have and the challenge we have to the Southwest Chief. It's just bad timing as far as I'm concerned, that we have one of these competitive environments to win, and then we've got a maintenance thing that we've got to decide as a state. So I'm very respectful for that. But as it relates to what you have on the national map, there is a picture of Amtrak service today, and it becomes pretty glaring that there's a gap. You have to go all the way over to St. Louis, or if you want to get that north at all, you have to go clear to Los Angeles. So there is a gap. And Texas has been, one of my early days, Texas is really pushing on expansion of their passenger rail service. They got obviously population centers that really want to move, and so they're putting pressure on. So there was also a map that I didn't put in here, but Secretary Ray LaHood of the transportation, federal transportation, who just has been replaced or being replaced sometime. He's even got a map where all the dotted line options, and that was what the scary part to us was. There was a dotted line extending that logically, but there was a dotted line to Tulsa, Joplin, Kansas City. There was a dotted line El Paso up to Albuquerque. So there's what was telling me there's decisions going on that we as a state are kind of involved in, but weren't really. So that's where we engage. So part of our engagement is the next map, is the little color map. I think some of you may have heard if you've seen a few presentations from college presidents or whatever, that there is a thing called a megapolitan. There's 40 of them in the world, 10 of them in the United States, and we are on one of those 10. Our state is in the middle. It's called the I-35 corridor. And the huge impact of Congress along that is very evident. Middle of the year, we went down to Oklahoma City to find out, as Lindsay was saying, what's Oklahoma City feel? Well, we discovered down there that they were very receptive from Oklahoma City with their major oil and gas companies. We've got a little oil and gas in Kansas and in Wichita, so there's already some commerce connectivity going on in the oil exploration world and the small independent operators as well. We also found that they were telling us that, you've got up in the Wichita area, in the aviation industry, we have 350 vendor suppliers that today are making the track down to Oklahoma City and even over to Tulsa for their aviation. Even we lost Boeing, a lot of that transferred down to Oklahoma City. So there's a lot going on there, and more so than Oklahoma City and Tulsa. So as you see, if they extend that route over to Tulsa, as some of them said in that meeting, well, then it dead ends right now in Oklahoma City, and if it ends in Tulsa, it dead ends in Tulsa. And that's so that doesn't